Alright, so I just got done watching Curse of Chucky. Um, so my history with Chucky, really fast. I like the first film. I think it's a pretty decent film. Second one, I don't mind. I know that's the fan favorite. I don't mind it. The third one's my favorite. And then Bride is my favorite, second favorite. And then Seed. Actually, don't mind Seed. I know a lot of people hate it. I know it pretty much uh, kind of killed. Well, I shouldn't say killed the franchise, but it did decline it a bit for a couple years. Um, but like I didn't mind Seed. I liked what Dawn was trying to kind of do with the Glenda character. I wish it was more darker. I did review that one, so if anybody's interested, I did review Seed. I will do the other films later down the road. I don't know when, but I'll do them. Uh, Trying to do the Texas Chainsaw franchise as well, and the Jason, and finish up Freddy because I only have a few more Freddys. I think three, um, or four, well, really just three. But this one, when I first saw it when it came out in 2013, I did mind it. Like I thought it was a pretty good movie. As Don Mancini wrote and directed, as he wrote all of them pretty much, and directed really just three of them so far. And I know he's doing a TV series. I guess he's writing all the episodes, which I really don't want that, but he's going to at least direct the first episode, I guess. So hopefully we get you know decent directors going on from there. But I did do a reaction to the TV show trailer. So if anybody's interested in my reaction and thoughts on that, you can watch it. But I'll either put that description in the video or yeah. But this one, uh, it's trying to go back to Child's Play 1 uh, elements more than 2 and 3, because 2 was where it was starting to introduce his comedic, somewhat. He was still scary, but still uh, kind of cocky, not cocky, but catchphrasey one-liners. And then 3 was really where he was uh, starting to do that. And then pretty much after that, I know the third one Don Mancini hates, which I don't understand. I think it's a good sequel to the other two. This one, again, coming off from Seed, and then you go into this one where it's like confusing in terms of chronologically and timeline of this. What? Um, this is supposed to be what, set in 2013, I guess. Um, which is fine, I guess, but they don't mention the. Granted, the story's not really. I guess you can't really do that in this, but I mean, basically, it's Chucky coming back to uh, take revenge on this family that he was obsessed with. Um, Also, Brad Dourif returns as the voice of Chucky, of course, and his daughter played the lead, Nica, Fiona Dourif. I didn't mind her character. I actually felt for her character. I did like her a bit. I don't like what they do with her in Cult, which I will get to. But I don't even care for that movie. Like, I was looking forward to it when it came out, and then I saw it, and I don't like what Dawn was trying to do with, oh, Chucky can possess multiple dolls now. I liked it when it was just simple. It was just called Child's Play, where it was just Chucky killing random people, and it was a voodoo thing. But like here, I don't like how, again, they want to retcon, I guess, stuff from Seed, where they don't want to mention it, but then you have Tiffany at the end in a post-credit scene, kinda. and it has like multiple endings, which is weird. But if you don't want to go off from Seed, I mean, I guess you can ignore Seed and then just, but then you can't because then they call Jennifer Tilly, the actress from Seed, into Cult. So then you can't really ignore stuff that happened in Seed. So it's like, even if you want to try to do that, you can't do it because. So I don't know. I mean, this one again, it's acted really well by Brad Dourif's daughter. I thought she was the best actor, whatever in the movie. The character, her big sister Barb, I didn't care for. Like the actress played a good deep douchebag sister, mean sister, whatever, snooty, snobby, rich, wealthy, whatever. But other than that, like she wants to sell the house because she wants money for it, and she treats Nica as if she can't do stuff for herself because she's in a wheelchair. And I liked the character of Nica where she's like, I just because I'm in a wheelchair doesn't mean I can't be, I can't do stuff for myself. I can still live on my own and operate stuff on my own. So I liked her character stuff there. Character Alice, where again this movie is trying to harken back to the first Child's Play film, but you have a little girl here who, I'm sorry, she's like dumb as bricks because she literally she's not really scared of Chucky, but then she is at times, which is inconsistent. Like she's scared of him, but then she'll listen to him and talk to him, and then be like, "Chucky, stop swearing," and like make up your. And Andy's way more smarter than this girl. My aunt killed my mom and dad. What we gonna do, Chucky? Like she's an idiot. I'm sorry. Andy Barkley was 6 years old and he was smarter than this girl, who's what? She's supposed to be 8 or 9 or whatever, or 10, or whatever she is. So I didn't really care if she died. I mean, it would have been ballsy if they actually, because they do a thing where they do a suspense scene where Chucky puts rat poison in the soup, and I do like some of the camera angles that Dawn was trying to do, where he does a rotation of the camera upside down, or not upside down, but around a table. Who has the poison in the soup, as if it's soup roulette. I actually like that, but it would have been cool if, well, not cool, but it would have been ballsy if he actually killed the little girl off, because then it's like, oh, all right, we're going down that road, Dawn. All right, like I would have been fine with that. Like he's never done that in any of these movies. Actually, successfully, And then even in Seed, I know I keep harping back on Seed, but because this movie's the motivation for Chucky at the end of this doesn't make sense, because he goes after Alice because he wants to possess her, even though in Seed at the crescendo of that movie, he vows that he doesn't want to possess anybody anymore. He'd rather just be a supernaturally possessed dog. And yeah, I know the whole speech. Not because like you go off and everybody, but yeah, like they want to retcon stuff, but then they don't want to retcon stuff. And then I'm hearing how they had a scene in or a line of dialogue in Cult about Glenn or Glenda, but then Universal cut it out because we don't want nothing to do with the fifth movie. Which I'm like, what? Whatever. But here, pretty much, I mean, Nica's big sister Barb, she's basically you find out she's a lesbian, so she's been banging the nanny. You think the husband's in on it, but really no, he's actually not into the nanny. He's been actually watching his wife with the nanny, and he's a dumb character at the end where does stupid stuff. Um, yeah, Chucky poisons the food, and then the bishop or pastor gets killed in a car accident. And this police officer, deputy guy, throughout the movie, or really, I think he's only like 3 or 4 scenes, because he's in at the crime scene of the pastor, and then when he gets to the house at the end, and then in the courtroom, and then in the post-credit scene when he dies. So I guess that is 4 scenes. And not even by Chucky, it's by Tiffany, because they rip off from Bride. I'm like, are you harping back? I guess you're trying to homage to you Bride, I guess, even though Tiffany is right there, and you don't really need to do that, because so whatever. Um, but yeah, pretty much. Okay. The design of this Chucky doll, I don't like the. I wish they would have went back with the original looking. I mean, they kind of do, but it's not exactly the same. Like, I don't understand why they couldn't make a better replica of the original if you want to reference and connect this movie technically to the original more than all the other movies. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a movie writer, so I guess Don knew what he was doing. But yeah, this one's revered by a lot of fans. It's like, oh, it's back. Chucky's back and scary. He was never scary to me. He was always cool to me. Um, Nica tries to explain that Chucky is alive, but Chucky acts lifeless, like a lifeless doll when the husband of Barb looks around, and he kills Ian in a cool where he chops his he not decapitates him, but he cuts him. He cuts him like in the between the mouth, which is almost a good looking effect, but I didn't understand the bottom mouth piece. If that was supposed to be his teeth or his bone, I'm not sure. But like the kill was decent, but I would say like his kill is kind of like the best one. Um, I did like how Nika just tried to use her uh, legs as defense against Chucky when he hits her with the axe. But I don't like how he's not bleeding when she knocks his head off or chops his head off. Like, isn't he supposed to be human at this point? But I guess not, even though I don't understand. Um, okay. I'm on Wikipedia. I'm trying to look at where I'm at. Basically, yeah, this one they do a flashback where to the first movie of Charles Lee Ray, being chased down by Detective. I forget the detective's name. The main detective in the first film that killed him in the opening of the movie. They do that, but then also I guess he was keeping Nika's mom in the basement somewhere apparently during this, and then the police came after him, so that's why he was fleeing the scene. That there's no way he called him, or maybe he did. But yeah, I don't know. But pretty much they do a flashback of that. That's where you get the explanation. Oh, Nika was stabbed as a newborn. And that's why she has heart conditions and she's paralyzed from the waist down. Uh, Chucky kills Barb in the attic, which is a pretty decent, uh, creepy scene or building suspenseful scene, sort of. I did like the animatronics of Chucky here. I don't mind, but they're not on par really with like Child's Play 3 or the first few, first three, or even Bride or Seed. I don't know. It's like they lost a bit. They were a bit rusty with the effects, trying to control Chucky here. I like the look of him being CGI. I know a lot of people are towards the when he's coming down the attic steps. I don't know. I didn't mind it. It didn't take me out of the movie. It's not even staying on him too long, so I don't know what people's problem is. But yeah, pretty much that, and pretty much explains he came back to Sarah, the mom, for revenge, and I guess killed Nica and everyone. Um, they reference Andy Barclay in this too, and they also have him come, the original guy or kid grown up as Alex Benson, the actor that played Barclay, reprises his role in a post-credit scene because it sets up for Cult. Which I'm like, why didn't you just do a whole movie of you know, pretty much he says 2 times, and she kills everybody. She throws it all, and he's like, and then Tiffany kills the deputy or police guy who comes into the scene, referencing Bride, I guess. And she's like, who's next? And ships him off to another victim. And then meanwhile, it's Alice now living with her grandmother, which I don't care for this scene that should have never even been in the movie. But then it's like, well, we gotta know what happened to Alice, because, again, like, I don't like the fact that he decides to use this girl. He wants to, be a girl now? Wants to possess a little girl? How come you can't just possess why didn't you possess the cop guy? Why didn't you have, Tiffany, knock him out, and then transfer your soul into the guy if you wanted to be human? Like, why are you being a female? I don't get it. It's even weirder in Cult when he decides to become Nica. Like, why? I thought your whole point was to kill her. You tried to do it in this movie, and then in the next movie you want to possess her instead. Or you try to kill her, but then you decide to stitch her up, and then I don't get that. Don, like, he was doing random stuff. He couldn't make up his mind, I guess. But yeah, pretty much this stupid scene where Alice, she's coming home from school, sees Chucky, he wants to play hide the soul, and pretty much she starts doing the voodoo chant into her, wants to possess her. But then but then it ends in a stupid scene, in a stupid jump scare with the grandma with a bag over her face and sits up, and then it cuts to a post-credit scene set 6 months later, and then Chucky's still in the doll body, and he's delivered to Andy, now an adult. And pretty much, Andy's talking on the phone with his mom. Of course, we don't hear Catherine Hicks' voice. That would have been cool if we saw her, like she came to visit or something, or and she was leaving, or I don't know, because that would have been cool to see her. Yeah, Chucky pretty much cuts his way out of a package with a knife. Chucky looks around the house only to see Andy pointing a shotgun at him. He's like, Andy! And then Andy's like, play with this, and he blows his head off. Which is a pretty cool way to end the movie, kinda, but then it's not even really part of the movie, it's a post-credit scene, so I don't count that as most part of the movie. It's cool. So yeah, I don't care for this one overall. Like, it was alright. It was okay. It wasn't really anything amazing. If you like the film, cool. If you think it, brought back Chucky's scary again, because it is trying to be, darker and more in the vein of early movies, but to me, I'd rather just stick with Bride and the other ones. But really, I'll just stick with Child's Play 3 and Bride, and then the other ones. But yeah, overall, thanks for listening. Take care and peace and love.